Fumble fans. Thanks so much for tuning into the Weekend Zone. I'm Britt Johnson. I'm here with Chris Clark, and we got Ty Savage in the house. So before we get started today, I actually personally want to say an apology to Rod Taylor, because we just found out that for the last 7 years, we've been all calling him Tyrod Taylor, but his name is Tyrod Taylor. Why wouldn't he say anything?
That's my
about
thing.
it?
Like he says he claims he doesn't care, but at the same time, like you do care.
Right.
You did care. Just
he's
say
been
something.
in the league going on his seventh season, and he's been letting people
damn
call
years
him
old.
Tyrod Taylor this whole time.
I can tell you one thing. If that were Chris, we would have not gotten away with it, because one time I misspelled your last name.
Yeah.
I didn't put the E at the end of Clark in his script, and he let me know about it. So.
See, the Clarkies are a fine breed. And we're
I
very,
do that
very
too.
fair.
Like if my name, there's a million ways to spell Brittany.
Right.
If you don't spell with that I at the end, I'm like, you're not talking
That's what
to
I'm
me.
saying. It's a fine
That's
breed.
like not my name. Well, sorry, Tyrod Taylor. We now know your name. We'll remember it.
We will.
Just like we'll remember Kobe Bryant forever. He played in the NBA for 20 years, and people are still wanting to see more basketball from him. Steven Jackson actually pleaded with him this week to please come play with the Big Three League. Do you guys think this is going to happen?
Do I even bother to talk, or
Should
should I
I
just let?
just take this one? Heck no, okay? Kobe's not going down to the Big Three at all. He's not going to ruin his legacy. No offense, but I mean, this guy is the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. So if he,
Okay, here we
do
go.
you need a cough drop for him?
Here we go.
Yeah,
And
I
got
just
some raw
choked
water
right
right
now.
there.
I
You get
just-
2
I
minutes
just
in.
choked.
You got 2 minutes in.
So here's the thing. Kobe's not going to the Big Three, but he will be coming out of retirement to win his 6th ring.
Oh, the craziness
With
just
LeBron.
continued. Yep.
Gosh.
It's going to happen next season, for
Okay.
sure.
So
By the way, this was Kobe's birthday week, so make sure
Yeah,
you put
happy
some respect.
40th birthday to Kobe Bryant.
Oh, Lord have
Chris
mercy.
Clark with the knee at the end.
I will give
I'm
yes,
right next to you.
I will give you credit for
have a
debunking one of my
taser.
arguments. I had an argument for you. I was gonna say, oh, well, as a Kobe fan, wouldn't you want to see him play again? But then you went left field saying he's gonna come back to the Lakers.
He is.
To me, that's
Jeannie Buss
way.
said it. Well, she said he could.
Okay, for the initial question, I would love it, because just like with the JBA, I want big name guys to go to the league to help it build. I love Ice Cube. I love the fact that he's, making his own league, and we're getting to see players that we had, like Amari Stoudemire. I'm getting to watch him again.
Corey Maggette.
Corey Maggette,
Yeah.
MVP. Like, I like that. I'm enjoying that.
But Kobe?
Why not? Kobe would go in there, be like LiAngelo Ball, and be scoring 53 points.
Wow!
And you can only get up to 50 points a game.
Honestly, if he came back though to the NBA, he would just be embarrassing himself.
I don't
at this age.
want that for
No,
his legacy.
That's what happened the last 2 seasons he played.
Did Michael Jordan embarrass himself when he came back?
Yeah, but Michael
kinda.
Jordan came to a team. Well, I mean, but he scored a lot of points, but he came to a trash team where he was
where
allowed
he wasn't
to do
gonna
everything.
win. Yeah, and he was fine.
Kobe
But
and
I'm just
LeBron
saying the
James.
Big Three League is a place where he could go and thrive and
Be
be
Kobe.
successful and be a top player
Oh.
again. I don't want to see Kobe come off the bench for the Lakers. I just don't want to see that. I want him to he ended with his 60-point game,
Lakers
whatever,
fans,
stay
Lakers
like
fans
that.
don't mind seeing
Kobe fans. Kobe
Lakers fans.
There are no such thing as
Let's
Laker
take
fans
a poll
anymore.
below, drop a comment.
Oh my.
Can I tell y'all who should be in the Big Three, though?
Yeah, we would like to know that.
Carmelo Anthony.
See, and the
He's
disrespect.
still playing right now. Let
No,
him
but
finish
that's where he
his
should go.
contract out first.
Okay, let's see how he does this next
He
season.
will
But
do
if he's
fine.
anything like last season, Big Three.
I'm
Well,
just
of
saying.
course he's going to play in the Big Three, but let's look at guys like
the
Allen Iverson.
disrespect right now.
Big Three is not a disrespectful league. Allen Iverson played in the Big Three.
Kind of.
He missed a lot of games, but he started out in the Big Three.
Yeah.
It kind of is if you've been a top NBA player, in my opinion.
So
No,
you
it's
just
just
said that Carmelo Anthony's
He
not
was,
top.
but he's not performing that way, and he hasn't
neither
been.
is
One
Kobe
season.
Bryant.
One season.
No, the last two.
What? No, his
He
last
had
season with the
really-
Knicks, as bad as we were with Phil Jackson and everything, he still had a 22-point game season with Kristaps Porzingis.
You're just gonna yell in my
Yes, I'm gonna yell in your ear because I
Okay.
like Carmelo Anthony. Don't you disrespect him.
I support him all the time in my videos.
I
all
think
the time.
it's
I told
best to
you
diffuse
to
this
do this
situation. So the
diffuse.
consensus is Kobe is not going to play on the Big Three, and we'll
He
just
better
leave
not.
it at that.
He better not.
But let's talk about another league that is trying to take over the NCAA. The JBA League just had their first season. There was a couple players that came out towards the end of the season saying that they did not get some of their checks that they were supposed to get. So who knows if the JBA is going to come back. But according to Lavar Ball, he thinks that Bronny Jr. is not good enough for the JBA League. Yes, he said he's not good enough. He will have to try out, even though Bronny Jr. has already received offers from Duke and Kentucky, which are top contenders in the NCAA. What do you guys think of this?
I think he's just trying to just puff out his chest, against LeBron James. I think that's all that this is. Just like, your son got to try out to be in my league kind of thing. I'm not buying it for a second. Why don't
your own sons try out? If you took LaMelo and Bronny Jr., they would have a competitive game of basketball. Like, it's not like your kids are way better. Bronny Jr. would beat LiAngelo.
I was about to say, y'all know I ride hard for the Ball family, but Bronny
I don't believe that. Not right now. Not 14-year-old Bronny. He would not. Jello would beat 14-year-old Bronny.
No, not Jello. I'm talking Melo.
You're
Melo
saying,
and Bronny?
You're saying Bronny would beat LaMelo?
Yeah.
I think so.
I have never wanted to walk off a stage.
You don't think that Bronny
competitive game?
Right now, no. 16-year-old 6'6" LaMelo will beat Bronny James. Right now, I'm saying I think it's possible that he'll be a better player, but right now I'm taking Melo over him. Melo there's too many factors in Melo's favor, in my opinion, that would go over Bronny. Right now, he's 14. He's 14.
I'm gonna stick with Bronny, but you could be right.
He's 14. I'm not arguing he's bad. He's 14.
Difference?
He's not developed like Melo's finally developing right now. When Melo was 14,
either way,
he was not that big.
do you think he was throwing shade? Was it
Yes,
disrespectful
100%.
to say that
100%.
about LeBron James?
100% shade. Yeah. He just 100%.
And what is he thinking about making it a level as the NCAA? Like, what do you think he was trying to do with that?
He does think it is above the NCAA.
Because he is saying, because he said it's a pro league, which technically it is, because now
They're
what they're going
getting
to do that, and also they're going to be taking the best players and going overseas playing pro teams. So I mean, technically he's right. It's not the NCAA, but I'm not going to say it's better than the NCAA. But
as far as talent goes,
yeah.
No, I don't
But
think so. Not yet.
we all know you can put Bronny through a trial. You can do whatever you plan to do. Bronny, if he chose that, I don't see him choosing that. If he chose that, Bronny getting in the damn JBA.
Well, if you were LeBron James, what would you suggest for your son? Him play 1 year at an NCAA or go play in the JBA?
LeBron is not going to let his son play in Lavar's league. Let's be honest.
Yeah, unless LeBron and Lavar have some kind of heart-to-heart during the season.
Well, I mean, they have 4 years to come up with this heart-to-heart.
Oh, do they know? Because we don't know how long Zoe's going to play with the Lakers.
That is true.
And you know what?
So many statements today. I can't.
The Lakers tried to.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about super teams in the NBA, and clearly nobody's going to be able to beat the Warriors this season, so I don't even know why we're talking about any other team but the Warriors this year.
Wow!
But Paul George just came out and said that to beat the Warriors, they need to become a super team themselves because LeBron James obviously is the greatest player in the game right now, and even he couldn't do it with a couple pieces with him. So what do you guys think? Is this true or false?
Fact. Like, this is the era in the NBA right now. Super teams. You have to. Because you have the Warriors. And now every other team is positioning these stars together. So it's the only way for there to be competition right now. You have to form super teams.
And I think it's interesting how the older guys kind of were like, oh, we stayed with our team, we made it work with our team. But they also fought to get free agency because back then they didn't have it available like they do now for players. So players were kind of stuck with teams. So that's why they originally stayed with teams because the team, the moment you were drafted, they owned you your whole career. So it's like they kind of fought to get these players these opportunities to make the decisions themselves. And now that they are, the old school players are mad at them about it, which I think is like very interesting.
Making it seem as if that's what they chose to do. Like, no, no, I agree. I think Paul George hit it right on the head. I mean, you can make the argument about the Rockets almost beating the Warriors, but at the same time, in their own right, they're kind of, I wouldn't say a super team, but they're above average.
I mean, they are. They have 3 All-Stars on their team.
But at the time, they only had Chris Paul and James Harden, but those are 2 top tier players.
Beat up Chris Paul. So,
facts. Yeah. That's very true. So, I agree. I'm surprised you agree because I thought you would be team I hate Paul George because he's not a Laker.
Oh, no, I do hate him for sure, but he is right in this case. He was wrong when he didn't sign with us.
There you see.
But LeBron even said it during the playoffs. Right now, if you want to win titles, not every player does, but if you want to win titles, you need to form your own super team. That's just the only way.
And I think a lot of these young players that are like CJ McCollum and stuff that are saying now that they would never do that, they're very young players. So I think once they get to a point in their career where they haven't won a championship yet, they're going to start changing their minds because they are gonna, before they retire, are gonna want to win one.
Don't
you
end
know?
up like Carmelo. What?
Or my little Chris Paul.
You don't want to end up like Melo.
So let's move to my
on.
favorite part of the show, honorable mentions. And since Ty is back on the Weekend Zone, let's start with her. What you got for us today?
Okay, so first I want to start off by just shouting out Tiger Woods' career. His career has the longevity of a cockroach. Let me explain, okay? I mean that with love, because those things can survive nuclear bombs and they will live, okay? His career has had several nukes dropped on it, and he is now back. He's thriving, okay?
Great.
He's
Yeah.
thriving.
Great year.
So that's what I wanted to start off saying. But Thanksgiving Day, he's playing for $9 million.
Let's go, Tiger.
Respect.
Shout out to you!
Get back.
No one's done it like you.
I don't even know where to start with this because I don't know if I can show you this whole clip because of what my man did. All right, well, we've been trying to figure out where it was, but in some baseball league somewhere, the manager was ejected from the game. And instead of, you normally you see the managers, argue, go back
yeah,
and forth.
yeah.
Which is normal. But my man hit his own home run, right? In the middle of the game, just gets ejected. And, I'll try to show whatever I can because, I am editing this video. I'll try to show what I can of this video, so check it out.
He's going to show Cooper what the check swing was really about. Oh, here goes Hobson. He's going to hit a home run, and he's going to get a handshake too from the third base coach. Why not? It gives him a hard high five, and it hurts his hand. Whenever he comes around home, he's going to tap home plate. Won't count as a run, but he'll point to the sky, and Butch Hobson has himself a home run.
The man's the
All
GOAT.
the bases.
The man took his sweet
That
time.
is so petty. I love it.
High five the coach at third base. Like, I loved it. I love every second of it.
Yeah.
I don't even watch
That's
baseball,
so
but I watch
petty.
this dude. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
He's great. Great entertainment. So mine is for, my favorite show, you guys, is Hard Knocks. And apparently Bob Wiley thinks that players should not stretch because people in World War I and II that we won did not stretch. They did push-ups and sit-ups, and just take a look at this video, what he had to say.
World War I and World War II, all those guys that fought in that war, right? They did push-ups, jumping jacks, sit-ups, climbed the rope and ran. But none of this fancy shit.
So that's his logic. He
I
said
love
that
that
you
guy.
can win world wars and not stretch, so why should football players stretch to win football games?
Facts. I just hope that
That is
this.
so not logical, though. Like, players have to have their hamstrings intact and, be running and hitting each other. In wars, you're, shooting guns and stuff. Like, it's a totally different aspect.
But
You're
either
not-
way, the adrenaline's high.
I think it's like that war mentality. You know what I mean?
All I
Like
know
that
is I
fight.
hope that this was just an introduction to him being in future episodes because this dude had like a 5-second segment on there and then also the
About
film
not
room with
stretching. He hates
Oh
stretching.
God! But then also they
But
had
he's
the
like
film
the
room thing,
O-line
it's just-
coach,
I want more of
course
him. I want more Wiley. You know what? Hey, Hugh, out of there. Whoever, everyone out, put him at the head coach. I want more
Oh
of
my
him.
gosh, no. But he's the Browns. Like, that's what I think of when I
Yes,
think of the Cleveland
yes,
Browns
yes.
is like your coach is pissed
Yes.
off because you have to stretch, which
Yes.
is why you guys went 0-16
Yes,
last year.
100%. Yep.
All right, that
Oh
is going
my
to do it
God.
for the Weekend Zone. I'm Britt Johnson, Chris Clark, Ty Savage. We'll see you guys next weekend. Bye.